Did Jesus actually claim to be God, or was that just something people said about him later? Today we're going to look directly at Jesus' own words, how his original audience understood him, and why his resurrection is the ultimate confirmation of his claims. And yes, we're also going to contrast this with the claims of Islam and Hinduism. Buckle up. A lot of people say Jesus never said, "I am God," but Jesus didn't speak like a 21st century English speaker. He used the language and categories of his Jewish audience, claims they understood unmistakably. Let's look at a few of the clearest examples. Number 1, before Abraham was, I am. John 8:58. Jesus doesn't say, I existed before Abraham. He uses I am, the divine name God used in Exodus 3:14. His audience immediately understood what he meant because they picked up stones to kill him for blasphemy. 2, I and the Father are one, John 10:30. Not we're on the same team. The word used here refers to oneness of essence, not simply agreement. Again, the Jewish leaders tried to stone him, saying, "You are a mere man, claim to be God." They understood him perfectly. 3, whoever has seen me has seen the Father, John 14:9. In Jewish theology, no one can see God and live. Yet Jesus says that seeing him is equivalent to seeing the Father. These reactions are important. Jesus didn't have to say, "Hey everyone, I'm God," in English. His listeners knew exactly what he was claiming, and they responded with outrage because claims of divinity were crystal clear. Anyone can claim to be God. That's easy. But Jesus didn't make a claim. He backed it up with the resurrection, the single most powerful vindication of his identity. The resurrection is God's stamp of approval. If someone predicts their own death and resurrection and then pulls it off, you listen to what they say about who they are. The earliest followers proclaimed the resurrection boldly because they believed it proved that everything Jesus claimed, including his divinity, was true. Some people try to blend Christianity and Islam, saying they worship the same God, or that Jesus was a Muslim because he prostrated while praying. The problem is, Allah in Islam cannot be called Father. In the Quran, Allah is explicitly not a father and has no son, and Jesus constantly refers to God as Father and claims a unique, eternal relationship with him. These two views are not compatible. If Jesus is telling the truth about his identity and relationship to the Father, then the Islamic view of God cannot be describing the same being, and again, Jesus' resurrection stands as the deciding factor. Some people also ask whether Jesus can simply be one of many gods like in Hinduism, but Jesus identifies himself with the one God in the Hebrew Scriptures, the one who declared, "You shall have no other gods before me." Christianity isn't open to many gods. Jesus claims unity with the one true God of Israel. If his claim is true, it automatically rules out the idea that he is simply one deity among many. Once again, the resurrection becomes the ultimate judge. If Jesus rose from the dead, then his claim to be the one true God in flesh stands, and competing claims, whether polytheistic or non-Trinitarian, cannot all be true at the same time. When we put it all together, the picture is unavoidable. Jesus used God's own divine name, I am. He proclaimed oneness of essence with the Father. He claimed that seeing him is seeing God. His audience understood this claim as divinity, and the resurrection powerfully validated his identity. So yes, Jesus unquestionably claimed to be God, and the resurrection gives us compelling reason to believe him. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Jesus' resurrection is the strongest evidence for his divinity? Thanks for watching, and keep seeking the truth.